Welcome to the channel. I'm Don Singletary, and you found affordable day trading with a Micro Eminis. And today's featured trade is going to last a little longer than my normal trade, about 10 minutes, and you're going to see every second of it coming up right now. Today I'm going to be talking about the decisions I make during the trade. The good, bad, and the ugly. We all second guess ourselves during the trade and after the trade's over too. Of course, with the genius of hindsight, it's always obvious what we should have done during the trade. Today, I'm going to take you through this trade and you're going to see me make some mistakes with the genius of hindsight, of course, and I'll be enjoying them with you. But it's a great example though, because you understand that you can't always make the right decision because you don't have all the facts like you do after the trade. As you explore the channel, you'll find I began all my trades with a bracket OCO. One cancels the other order. You can put in your entry price, stop price, and a target price. The target price is a bit arbitrary, but the stop and the entry prices are very important. And bracket OCO has another advantage. You're either going to exit the trade by triggering the stop or the target order, and whichever order is left has to be erased. And this program, bracket OCO, does that for you. This is a freeze frame. I want to show you why I did this trade, why now, what do I expect out of it, and how much am I going to risk. Just think of all that as your shopping list. As a trader, you're always either trying to buy low, sell high, or sell high and buy low. That's a short sale. You keep the difference either way. And yes, you can sell something that you don't have. That's a short sale. The initial margin requirement you're required to have on deposit in your account. An amount of your available money in your account is called the initial margin requirement, and that happens to be the same whether you're buying or selling. And it's the same buying or selling because either you're shorting a contract or you're buying one, and it's a 50-50 chance, so the money's the same on either side. Now, even though you may put up, hypothetically, that $500 of initial margin requirement or good faith money, it doesn't mean that you're subject to lose $500 if you use a stop loss. Simply put, a stop loss order limits the amount of money you can lose on a trade. Now on the screen, you see I shorted at the price in blue, and I put a stop market order up at $20,894. So let's calculate the amount of risk I'm taking on this trade. Pretty simple, really. At 15.5 points, $2 a point. That $31 is the maximum risk on this trade. That is my final answer. Now, if between 1 and 2% of your account value is less than $20, I suggest you keep in practice trade mode until you get a little more money to put in. And now maybe the biggest, most important question of the video. Why did I pick this trade and why now? There is a fact about this particular chart, the page you're looking at now, that isn't so obvious. The trade date was November 27th, 2024. That's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and experienced traders know that on those days that precede holidays, usually trading is light. That means lower volume and not as much volatility. Well, on this particular morning, as the market opened, there was a downturn, and then for the next 20 minutes all the way till almost 10 o'clock, the market was absolutely flat and on low volume. Between 9:30 and 9:52, the market had a lot of chances to go up, and it didn't. Then I looked down at the MACD. There's over 150 different trade signal indicators, but basically they all do the same thing. They can give you an idea of the current direction of the market is moving, and also some hints about the strength or velocity of that move. At best, a trader, with the intuition he gains by practice trading and trading over and over again, can give you some hint about what is most likely to happen to the price in the short time period ahead. There's never any guarantee that you're going to make a profit. That's why we use a stop loss order. Now with the red, green, and blue arrows, I do have some information. The market's heading down into a downtrend. It spent 20 minutes there at price resistance. That's the blue arrow. And now the MACD is showing us that the momentum is for prices to continue to go down. Is that any kind of guarantee at all? Absolutely not. If you think it's just good luck that I pull the trigger on this trade at this particular time, Well, it isn't. It's called trade selection. This is the live trade screen. I just hit the send button, and sometimes this happens. As I discussed a moment ago, I entered this trade with the idea I'd have a $31 stop loss, but the trade did not trigger. Prices were going down so fast that it missed my limit order to sell a contract. So I had to go back in and take my tasty trade mouse and readjust both my entry price and my stop loss price. It's going to risk $31, and now it's almost the same. $32.50 is maximum risk on this trade. Now, one thing you're going to notice is I use my stop loss, that tasty trade mouse, and I mash that left button down, and I aggressively follow the trade with that stop loss there. It's not the same thing as a trailing stop, which is a robot automated thing. I look at the screen and I think, and I use my imagination and the benefit of my experience. And here I've taken the left mouse button and I move that stop down as far as I think I can get away with without getting stopped out. At this particular moment, the market's trading about 2870, 869, somewhere in there. So I take the tasty trade mouse and I pull that stop down, and I'm only about 10 points away from the market now, but my maximum risk has been reduced from $32 down to about $23. Always, I'm trying to reduce the risk on a trade. Now, for all the talking I'm doing, I have to be honest here. You'll see I'm only about 1 point away from where the trade began. So I'm getting nowhere pretty fast right now, but I'm on top of it. I grabbed the tasty trade mouse again, and this time the market's gone low enough that I can bring that stop loss order down manually with the mouse, and I'm only risking $11 on the trade right now. Another nice side effect of always reducing the risk during a trade over and over, every chance I get, is that the adrenaline rushes get to be few and far between because I'm risking less and less money usually as my trades go on. Now I got a really fast drop then. I was up about $40 on the trade. I'm trading at 28.46 right now. That's about $40. And maybe 38, something like that. And I'm watching for another chance. You know it, because I've got a risk-free trade now. I am looking for another chance to reduce that risk, but I do not get what I want. I was up almost $40 a minute ago. Now that's been brought down. I'm only up about $25 on the trade right now. 20.0853, that's $26 that I'm up on the trade. So I've reduced my gain by $20 just by doing nothing and sitting here and watching it. But I do have a free trade. I can't lose any money, so I don't have a big adrenaline rush. It's when you get into a tight place and have to make a really fast decision unexpectedly. That's when the adrenaline goes up, and that's the point in a trade where you start making bad decisions. Well, I had a profit of over $40, which now is back down to less than $20 on the trade. I've been doing this kind of trading for a long time. You notice I'm not surprised at all that happened, because I know it can, and I see it happen all the time, like during this trade right now. With genius of hindsight, I wish I could go back in time just a minute or two ago and take $40 and get rid of this trade, be out of it with a nice profit. But instead, I'm up less than $20 now, and I'm kind of at the trade's mercy. I've got to wait and see what happens here. Either I'm going to get stopped out at 28.66, which is basically even money, and or I may have another run at some profits. Let's see what happens here. Now I'm only up about $15. You will always have chances to slap your head and play woulda, shoulda, coulda on almost every trade you make. And you can go back with the genius of hindsight and beat yourself up, which is really, really bad, because next to holding a good account balance and making money, the most important asset you have is your experience and your confidence in your trade, because I know even if I'm stopped out here, there'll be another day and I'm not going to lose any money. So why get real bothered about it? How much money you're going to get from a trade is not something you can control. Not 100% ever. You can just keep reducing that risk and keep trading, and you will make money as long as you reduce the risk and learn to take profits. Look at this. I'm only up $8 in the trade, 28.63 it was trading there. Every time I get a chance on every trade, I move that stop loss until I can get at least a free trade, if not locking in some profit. You won't see me moving my stop against me because it would increase the risk on the trade. And right now, trades are not going my way, so why would I do that? One thing you learn as you get more experience, no matter what you're thinking, you can never guess what's going to happen next. If you think you can, it's going to cost you a lot of money, I promise. Now, my unrealized gain right now is about 14 points. That's $28. I could take that $28 and run right now to the grocery store, buy a couple steaks. There's just no way to know right now if I'm making the right decision or the wrong decision. I'm just along for the ride, I guess. I'll tell you exactly what I'm thinking is that, am I going to feel dumb in a few minutes because I could have clicked the mouse and banked $20 and then I wind up breaking even on the trade? Well, not my first rodeo. I'm prepared. If that happens, I'm okay with it. I'm going to take the chance. But more importantly, what I won't do is move my stop and add risk to this trade. That is counterproductive every time. You see, you're going to make money in this kind of trading, but the real question is, can you learn how to keep it? And just like that, a few seconds, the market fell down below 28.50, so I'm up $35 in the trade right now. And what I'm feeling right now in this trade is determination. I'm up $35, $40 in the trade right now, and I'm determined that I'm not going to give it back. So I go up, get my Tasty Trade mouse, and I'm getting ready to lock in some more profit on this trade. I'm trading down at 28.49 right now, so that's about $38 I'm up. Let's see what I do with this Tasty Trade mouse over here. I was watching Tom Sosnoff of Tasty Trade the other day on a video, and he said one thing good about trading is that it makes your mind faster. You have to make a lot of quick decisions, and it keeps you sharp. So if there are any old folks out there, take notes. I'm trading down at 28.45 right now. And watch this, I move my stop to lock in $24.50, and wham, the market goes down another 10 points. So I pulled out the Tasty Trade mouse again, and I'm going to lock in even more profits now. Look at that red candlesticks. This is happening really fast now. I locked in $46 when I put my stop at 28.44 and now I have the Tasty Trade mouse yet again, and I'm going to try to lock in some more profit here. Let's see what happens. It happened so fast, I don't even know if you saw it, but I moved my stop down to 28.36 and I got stopped out at 28.36 So let's count the money. Okay, I made 31.25 points, which translate to $2 a point. It's $62.50 on the trade. Not shabby. That's probably a little more of an average on a one contract trade. I really wanted to show you this trade because it had so many ups and downs in it and chances to second guess yourself. So I thought that might be helpful for instruction. Do me a favor. It's going to take you all the calories of about one raisin. Hit the like button if you want to see another video similar or like the one you saw today. I would really appreciate that. It helps the channel. Thank you. Be sure and hit the subscribe button and the little bell, and you'll be notified every time we put a new trade up on the channel. Don't forget to take a moment to read the text in the description under the video. There's some notes there on the types of stop orders and 4 or 5 different free things, including a playlist for beginners. It's all free. I'm Don Singletary. I hope every day is a payday for you. Thank you.